Hey, I'm back. I've got the iFi Audio ZEN Air Phono Preamp. You can pick this up on their website. It's ifi-audio.com. You can pick it up for about $100. It's available in some other places as well. I'm sure you can probably get it on like Amazon. B&H Photo carries it. It's pretty unique though for $100 to get a phono preamp that does not only moving magnet but moving coil cartridges as well. Is pretty unique. Most of those moving coil phono preamps are pretty high end, pretty expensive. If you're not familiar, moving magnet is the more common cartridge that you'll find on a turntable. Moving coil is going to be a little bit higher end. Typically, it's a lot more sensitive, but it also is lower output typically. I say that because you can get high output moving coil cartridges that work on a moving magnet phono preamp. But if you have a low output, then you're going to need a special phono preamp. This one's really cool because it does both, so you don't really need to worry about which one that you've got. Typically, if you have a moving coil cartridge, though, you kind of know because you spent a little bit extra, you did some research, you bought it for a particular reason. Whereas the moving magnet, it might be the one that just came on the turntable. It may be one that you bought, of course, specifically because it's what you wanted. But typically, moving coil, you're gonna kind of know that you're getting into that realm, hopefully. But either way, if you're like me and you like to kind of change it around a bit, this is kind of cool. I've been looking at getting into a moving coil cartridge and just didn't really want to spend the money on not only the cartridge but a phono preamp. This would be a good solution for somebody in that boat. But let's go ahead and get this opened up and see what it looks like, and then I'll do a video here in a little bit actually playing with it a little bit. So we've got the paperwork here. I like that it's just a single page. It's maybe there's more underneath. I don't know yet, but I like that it's pretty straightforward. It does have a QR code there, which I guess it says before using, review the user manual. So there's more to it. But if you're like me and you just kind of hook it up real quick, if you need the guide, that's great. It looks like it's going to be pretty self-explanatory, though, I think. So this, I'm assuming, will be power. So it does have just a USB cable here, and it looks like it doesn't actually come with a block. So I've got plenty of them, so I'm not really terribly concerned. I will try to look up though and see what we're looking for there. So it says DC 5 volts. Greater than or equal to 1 amp. Yeah, so I'll work on getting the right one there, but does not appear to come with the block. If it's supposed to, they definitely didn't ship it, but we'll take care of that one here in a minute. And so now for what we came here for. Let's see. So this is it. It's kind of got a neat little texture there. It has a little bit of weight to it, not a whole lot, but enough to where it doesn't have that cheap, lightweight feel. It is set to moving coil. I'm going to go ahead and set that to moving magnet because I am likely to forget that when I go ahead and plug in mine, and it's not going to work right. But we do have just regular RCA input, output, and a ground for your turntable. It looks like you can either use a banana plug or you can just slide the wire in, screw it in place. Got little rubber feet there to keep it from sliding around. It really is very simple. It's only got 2 buttons on the front. One, of course, is the power, and the other one is subsonic filter. So what that is, a subsonic filter on these typically is it's going to be used with a warped record, a record that's not quite flat. It's designed to reduce the rumble and the bass. This particular model is a little bit unique because it doesn't reduce the bass. It only reduces the rumble that you get from a warped record. So I don't think I actually have any records that are warped bad enough to notice, but I might mess with it just to see if I can tell any difference. It is nice though, because if you have a warped record, something that's special to you that you don't want to just go buy a new one, it's nice to have something like that can make it playable again. I don't really have much experience with that, to be totally transparent. I can say that if I had a warped record and I pushed that button and it destroyed my bass, along with the rumble, I'd probably be pretty upset. I don't think that I would want to listen to it. It wouldn't help me in any way, because I would just say, okay, well, I've lost enough audio that I'm going to go ahead and just buy a new record. If this could save me from that, by not destroying the bass and just getting out that rumble of a warped record, yeah, I think it'd probably be worth it. And certainly for $100, it's worth a shot. If you've got some very expensive vinyl that's warped, maybe you've got several, maybe you buy a lot of older vinyl, which I do, but I'm still pretty picky about it. If it's warped enough to where I'm going to hear it, probably just not interested. But I am interested to see what that will do on some of my records, and maybe I'll go through and try to find it. I do have a record that I like to play whenever I get new equipment. Just it's my bass line, but we'll test this out a little bit and see what it's all about. I appreciate it, and come join me for the next video.